hear it, the sound of the Damaru, the heartbeat of creation, the pulse of destruction. It is said, when Lord Shiva dances his Tandava, the universe trembles. Creation and destruction becomes one, for in every end there is a new beginning. And so it began. Once there was a mighty king, King Sagar, a ruler of great strength and power. To proclaim his supremacy over the gods, he decided to perform the grand Ashwamedha Yaga. But power breeds jealousy, and Lord Indra was no exception. Indra stole the sacrificial horse and tied it in the ashram of the great sage Kapil, who was lost in deep meditation. Sagar's 60,000 sons stormed the ashram in rage, accusing the sage of theft. Sage Kapil opened his fiery eyes, and in a moment of divine wrath, he turned them all to ashes. It was then that Anshuman, the grandson of King Sagar, stood before sage Kapil. Anshuman pleaded for forgiveness, and the sage's fury softened. He said, "Only the waters of the sacred Ganga could cleanse their souls and grant them salvation." And thus began Bhagirath's epic journey. Generations passed until Bhagirath, the great grandson of King Sagar, took upon himself the task of freeing his ancestors. He meditated with unwavering devotion, calling upon Brahma, the creator. "O Lord Brahma," Bhagirath pleaded, "grant me the boon of Ganga's descent, for only she can cleanse the sins of my forefathers." Brahma, moved by his perseverance, agreed. But there was a problem. If Ganga descended unchecked, her mighty force would shatter the earth. Lord Shiva can alone bear her descent. Pray to him, Brahma advised. Bhagirath meditated for years, appeasing Lord Shiva, who finally agreed to release Ganga from the heavens. Ganga's descent unleashed a torrent of unbridled power. Her majestic flow, so immense, seemed to shatter the very foundations of earth. Yet, with unshakable resolve, she surged forward, oblivious to the cosmic ballet that awaited her, the Ganga Tandavam. Shiva stood beneath the heavens. He knew what Ganga was intending to do with her strength, and as Ganga descended in full force, Shiva spread his matted locks, and the furious river poured down, wild and unstoppable. But Shiva caught Ganga in his locks, twisting and binded her to stillness. Ganga struggled, but Shiva's grip was divine. She had no other choice but to surrender. It was one of Shiva's dance called the Tandavam took place. We've all heard of the Rudra Tandavam, a dance performed when Lord Shiva is angry. No, not always. Tandavam is not merely a dance of destruction, but it is the very rhythm of the universe. Every step, every movement, and every vibration represents the cycle of creation, destruction, preservation, and grace. Shiva's Tandavams are filled with Shakti, Bhava, and Tattva. Do you know what the 7 types of Tandavams are? Well, they are Ananda Tandavam, Rudra Tandavam, Tripura Tandavam, Sandhya Tandavam, Samhara Tandavam, Uma Tandavam, and Kali Tandavam. After all this knowledge about the Tandavams, let's get to know more about the Ganga Tandavam. And that's where my research began. Ganga adorns Adbhuta Rasa, descending from the heavens in celestial splendor, filled with divine pride. Her flow of Janvi depicts that celestial beauty. But she believes she is too powerful for the earth to contain and embodies Utlavanachari, swirling recklessly. She shows sudden leaps, ignoring the plea of the Devas. Then there comes the master of dance, the one who dissolved the universe only to recreate it, expressing Veera with a hint of Raudra Bhava, controlling Ganga forcefully but gracefully in his matted locks. Ganga's Bhava slowly softens to Shanta, and her flow becomes graceful. Shiva sees Ganga's realization and he gently releases her. Ganga pours down onto the earth, now removing our sins and becoming the giver of lives.